Welcome back to Mountain News First at 4. We are following a developing story out of Laurel County this afternoon. This is 22-year-old Tyler Russell you're about to see. Family members say he went missing after swimming in Laurel Lake on the Whitley County side. His family tells us the current near the spillway pushed him under. He was last seen wearing these swimming trunks you see in the photo. Russell has a tattoo of Russell on his calf and a cross on his shoulder. We'll, of course, continue following that and have an update later tonight. More businesses can reopen in Kentucky today, including a phased restart of daycares. WIMT's Will Puckett has more, as some daycares are opting to take a little longer to get things right.
Well, today marks phase one of a two-step reopening process for daycares in the Commonwealth. Today, daycares that take care of less than 10 kids can start. A week from now, next Monday, the 15th, larger daycare centers can welcome back the majority of their children. Here at New Beginnings Child Development Center in Hazard, Managing Director Mary Mullins says they were trying to be ready for next Monday's reopening date. But in order to take their time and do it right, they made the decision to wait a whole nother month.
I was kind of dreading the feedback from that, but pleasantly surprised in that some parents were relieved. They're concerned about a reopening this soon. They're concerned about their children being back in a public environment this soon, and so I was surprised that they were like, well, that's kind of a relief for us.
Monday, July 13th is the reopening date for New Beginnings. They will be able to have 80 kids, which is a 33% reduction in their usual numbers. In Hazard, Will Puckett, WIMT Mountain News.
New Beginnings has been operating with some children as an emergency child care center. Officials in Jackson County need your help finding a nonverbal man. 66-year-old Gilbert Jones is missing. He was last seen around 4:30 yesterday afternoon near his home in Tyner. A golden alert was issued. Officials say he is nonverbal and has a history of medical problems. Jones was wearing a dark blue shirt and jeans. In the past, Jones traveled from Jackson County to Clay County along Highway 421. If you have any information, you should call the number you see there on your screen, 606-287-9979.
Well, after a hot weekend, we're going to continue that trend heading into the new work week. It is still pretty hot and steamy out there. First, we'll go ahead and take you up to Whitesburg, where you can see the sun still shining pretty brightly, though, and plenty of those blue skies. 87 degrees, but dew point at 67. That's what's making it feel like 90 degrees out there. So that heat and humidity really cranking up today. I think most of us are really into about the mid to upper 80s. You get that 90 down into Middlesboro, 82 in Wise, and up into Moorhead, and we're going to continue to see those warm temperatures this afternoon and even into tomorrow. Most of us into about the upper 80s by right around 5 o'clock for that dinner time forecast. By the time the sun starts to set, we'll cool off a little bit, but we have more heat on the way for your Tuesday. I'll have a look at your Tuesday forecast coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Paige. Since the announcement of Dash Corps coming to Perry County last summer, the progress was slowed some due in part to COVID-19. Positions at Dash Corps were available at the height of the decline in the coal industry, bringing a workforce to eastern Kentucky that was much needed. Vice President of Operations Steve Everett says although they have challenges, they continue to press on.
Dash Corps, when we came to Kentucky, was to open up new customers, grow our business. That's what really brings us here is the skilled labor.
Everett says they can now move forward with manufacturing. WIMT's Lacey Roberts will have more on the progress coming up at 6. This past weekend, the NAIA came out with a statement regarding the fall sports season, including shortening the football season and pushing back the beginning of practice. The statement says practice would start on August 15th, giving football teams just 4 weeks to practice before the start of the season on September 12th. However, UPI head coach Al Holland Jr. says his team can still get work done before the official start of the season.
We'll report in early August with all of our guys, but we won't be able to, do no practices, but we can start doing some conditioning and things like that, and hopefully that'll help maybe prevent some injuries, because with the big layoff, that hopefully that'll pay off for us before we get the pads on August the 15th.
Holland says he is working with the administration to get a plan in place. Libraries across the state could open under Governor Beshear's guidelines today, but many have chosen to stay closed a little longer. The Laurel County Public Library will open its doors to readers on June 15th. Safety precautions will be taken, including removing children's toys and quarantining materials for 4 days after they've been handled or checked out. Raina Brown, the Children's Services Manager, says after 3 months, she is excited to get people back in the library.
We have movies, lots of children, family movies. We have audio books. We also have launch pads that are wonderful for different ages. The children can come in and check those out, take those home, and enjoy learning from home.
Brown says they have a lot of new books and materials in the library for folks to check out. We'll have more on how libraries are going to open coming up later tonight. Do you live in Breathitt County and want to vote in person for the 2020 primary election? Well, the Breathitt County Courthouse is open starting today just for that. In-person voting starts today up until June 22nd. Of course, the primary is on June 23rd. No matter your precinct, this is where you will vote in Breathitt County. When you arrive, have your license out and ready for the election officer. Temperatures are checked when you enter the building and masks must be worn. The final public memorial for George Floyd is underway in Houston, the city where he grew up. Floyd's gold casket arrived at the Fountain of Praise Church earlier today. Inside, mourners wearing face masks filed past one by one. Among those in the crowd were many who knew him personally.
George Floyd was a childhood friend of mine. We've been knowing each other since single age. It was just terrifying for me to see how that officer did this guy. I woke up the morning after Memorial Day when I found out the news, and I'm still going through it right now.
An invitation-only memorial service and private burial for Floyd will be held tomorrow. The Houston High School, where Floyd graduated in 1993, is holding a candlelight vigil in his memory tonight. The city of Somerset is making time travel possible with a new time capsule. City officials are calling this the Time We Missed project, which is dedicated to the high school seniors in the area. There are 37 bags inside the capsule with items ranging from notes to an empty bottle of hand sanitizer. Mayor Alan Keck tells us why this moment is special for the community.
We thought it was an opportunity again to kind of memorialize 2020. It's been the year of transition, the year of challenge, but really the idea came from wanting to honor our high school seniors and give them an opportunity to put something in here. You know, one of the things we're really proud of was our state championship, and so there's a state champ t-shirt from our football team in there, and lots of other things from our high school students.
In the year 2040, the time capsule will be open, but you do not have to wait 20 years for the full story. WIMT's Dakota Makris has that for you coming up at 6. Hopefully I still won't be anchoring in 2040. We'll see. Straight ahead on First at 4. Masks are one way to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, but what happens when it irritates your skin? We'll have some tips up next.
And the hot temperatures continue tomorrow, but by the end of the week, we'll be looking at a pretty nice cool down. Have a look at that 7-day forecast coming up.